Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the GMC Yukon AT4. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this AT4. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, you need any help, just ask for David. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5.3 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 18 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 383 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's very boxy and also raised there on either side. I think that looks really sharp. And then we've got GMC's signature C-shaped headlights. Hard to say, apparently. Got the fog lights down below. And then look at the coloration on the grille here at the AT4. I think that looks really cool. And then you do have the tow hooks here at the bottom. You got some skid plate protection with the AT4 as well. And putting it all together, it definitely has that cool off-roader appearance. Now around the side here, our steering wheel setup is 275, 60, 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the darker elements. That looks pretty good. And not the most amount of sidewall on the tires, but decent tread pattern as well. Got the GMC logo, AT4 down below. And then you can see this one has the power side steps. And then here is our full side view with this AT4. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start. We got the opening here for the hatch, and then that's just the window, and then the GMC logo on the back. Now taking a look at the cargo area, this is the XL, so we've got a ton of space behind the third row. Now you can also fold down the third row automatically. You can fold down the second row, you just can't raise it up like the third row. But yeah, tons of cargo space here in the back, and that's one of the things that's really appealing with the Yukon XL, at least. And you guys can see, let's press that button and that'll lower the hatch right back down. Got the cool C-shaped taillights here, and then you can see the GMC logo, Yukon, and then AT4. Parking sensors here at the bottom. You got the bezel that covers the receiver hitch. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the AT4, especially since this one is the XL package. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top, and then look at that trim, and more soft touch down below. And I like how it's perforated here at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Speaker for the Bose sound system. Got power side steps, and then you got the cool AT4 colors here on the seats, and notice the adjustments there. Legroom here in the back's good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got cup holders back here. Got our own climate zone, heated seats, USBs. Got TVs in the back too. And then you can see here with the seats perforated all down the center portion. Or actually the back seats, yeah, no, they are perforated. I was like double checking. I was like, yeah, it looked like they're the same as the front ones. But if you're wondering, you can fit adults back there as well as kids. It's a very spacious vehicle. And then headroom, it's also good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with all the soft touch trim here and then the perforated trim down below. We've got our memory seat function, and then we've got our window controls, front to our automatic mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in. Got blind spot running with the mirrors too. AT4 there on the headrest, and then you can see perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments on the side, and then we got a lot of controls here. So your parking brake, your lane departure, parking sensors, auto stop start, stability control, hill descent control, 360 camera, your heads up display, trailer brake controls, light controls, your drive mode select, that's for the air suspension to raise and lower, and then your drive line select. You can see it's got 2-speed transfer case and 4-wheel auto. And then we have our power adjustment for the steering wheel. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around, and then I like this trim here. I think it looks pretty sharp. Radio controls on the back. We got controls for center stack, voice command controls, cruise control, heated steering wheel button on the steering wheel, and then your turn signal windshield wiper stock. Now taking a look at the gauge cluster, we can scroll through and see different bits of info on the Yukon, and we can also change the drive modes here as well. And because this has the air suspension, the drive modes will change, the ride height of the car. We do have a 360 camera system, which is great for a SUV that is as big as the Yukon XL. And you can see out of every single viewpoint, resolution is really solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time is great. It's got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, really easy to use overall. Got a bunch of soft touch trim here in the dash, and then you guys can see, maybe see heads-up display. But yeah, this looks really nice. And then, yes, we've got the little button selector here for the gears. And then got that trim that goes across the random little storage thing right here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty solid. Yeah, got the storage space there, and then we've got our analog controls here for the radio, dual zone climate controls. We also have the rear climate as well, heated and ventilated seats. Wireless phone charging pad, you got some more charging ports there, some cup holders, soft touch trim here on the side, and then big center console. Nice padding on the top, and then we do have a panoramic sunroof. Now here's a window sticker for this Yukon XL AT4. Base price is $74,505, and this has quite a few packages added to it. Total MSRP $85,120. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood and hoping it's a heads-up display. Both the mirrors throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the AT4. I just wanted to do a review on an AT4. I didn't care that this was an XL or not, but it is cool that it's an XL because this shows a niche that GMC and Chevy fill that nobody else does, and that is an off-road package on a full-size SUV extended version. So Ford obviously offers Timberline, right? And you know, Toyota used to offer the Land Cruiser. They don't really have, I mean, they've got the new Land Cruiser, but it's not the same. It's not as big as one of these. And so, you know, you don't really have as many, but nobody does an extended version. Like the Timberline you can only get in the shorter version of the Expedition. And then let's see, Jeep Wagoneer, they make the Wagoneer L, but they don't make the off-road package with that in the extended version either. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that one though. I just haven't seen one. I've only seen them in the shorter versions. So yeah, this is a cool vehicle because there's some people that want to actually take these off-road, like not, you know, they're not doing Moab, Hell's Revenge type stuff, but you know, the camping trips and having something that can go down a dirt trail without blowing a tire right away, and that can actually, you know, it doesn't get stuck either, but you can take all the kids and all the stuff. So anyways, it's really comfortable with the air suspension and everything. It's got a very comfortable ride, and it handles well too. Handles really well. And this 5.3, it's good. Still, I mean, you guys know I love the Duramax the most, and the 6.2 is my second pick because the 6.2 and the 5.3 get super similar fuel economy numbers, but the 6.2 has more power. I'd rather have more power, right? But the 5.3 is still a great powertrain. So overall, I think this is a really cool vehicle. I think the concept is great, and I think that Ford and, you know, Jeep and everyone else is missing out by not having this. And mark my words, I think, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm out of touch, I think we're gonna see a return to these maybe not SUVs this big. Like, this market's always going to be kind of more niche, but I think like bigger SUVs, I think we're going to see kind of a return to that, because I've noticed a lot of people have gotten into overlanding, and you know, a lot of people do trucks for their overlanding builds, but there's a lot of people that want to do SUVs, and the best SUVs for overlanding are typically the slightly larger ones. Like you can see that Sequoia, it looks like it's Sequoia TRD Pro, or maybe it just looks like a TRD Pro. It's got the grill and everything. I don't know if that's a real TRD Pro or not. But regardless, right, you know, it's all enclosed and everything, and more comfortable over the long adventures. So yeah, we'll see. I just noticed that off-road community has been just blowing. I mean, think about this for a second. An off-road package on a GMC Yukon, like, we live in a world where that exists now. That was not a thing in the past. And so let me know what you guys think about the AT4, but I think that it was this is gonna be a pain in the butt to park here. Anyways, I think that it was a really smart move by General Motors. So yeah, let me know what you think.